Maria Hanani Katrina Muhammad Haris. Panjangannya nama. Irwan Michael. Alright. Okay. Alright, so for today, actually for this subject class, can you hear me? Is it clear? Thank you. Okay, actually for this one, we have 4 credits. That means 4 hours per week. But at the moment, we are face-to-face, and also I give time for your friends, a Muslim friend, to break their fast, so we cannot make it up to 7 p.m. The only way is that we are going to have another class on Friday, 5 to 6 as well. Is it okay? I know maybe you're planning to go somewhere. You may use your smartphone, except for the presentation, because every week I would expect you to share your screen, and I can see what coding you have on your screen, so I can give direct comment. Okay, so for this week, we're gonna have for today, Monday, we have 1 hour plus maybe be up to quarter past 6, and on Friday we have another 1 hour also. Okay, otherwise we are a bit behind the schedule. There's lots of things that we need to do in terms of the coding. Okay, right. So we need to balance between the theoretical part, which we're going to present today for your group, and also the programming skill that you need. I don't think it's programming, it's just coding or a web-based code that you need to master, especially the basic of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Sorry. Okay, so last couple of days, one of your friends asked me when we should start learning HTML, so we should learn it today. Okay, so this is the slide that you can download. You don't have to wait for me, please, class. So this is the difference between your first year study and your final year study. Sorry, a second year study. Any of you here are in the final year? Well, for your information, 2 of your friends are joining your group. They are taking the same subject but different code. So they need to let me know in terms of the attendance, because there are only 2 of them, Mirza and Muhammad Iman. The rest of you should scan here using the QR code. We can quickly scan the attendance now. Naim. Welcome, Naim. Hafiz. Another 3. Another 4. Rebecca. Don't worry about the attendance. It's the same thing, 80% of the subject. But I would prefer you to come and listen to me, and you should please interact. Please switch on your video or your microphone and have a chat here. Please interact. Drop.
Salam sir.
Yeah, please. Iman.
Iman. Nak tanya, for the last few weeks yang I didn't attend, will that be included untuk
Yes.
attendance untuk final ke?
I'll do it for you.
Okay.
Iman is Mirza, are you here? Mirza Amaruf Farhan. If you are here, then let me know. I'll record your attendance manually. Don't worry. Okay, the rest of you, another 3. Any of you needs manual attendance, I'll do it manually for you. Yeah, please remind me before I close this window after the class. Okay, so class, for this week, this is the slide. So you can download the slide here, but for today, I'm not going to explain you pages by pages, page by page, but further, I'll go very quickly on the basic theories, basic skill in the HTML coding. Okay. And ignore the code, the subject code, because actually for this subject, it has been, I think, 4, 5, 6 times being changed. But the technology is still there, the basic technology. Right, class, so this is the main content for Unit 1. Sorry, Part 1. There's 3 parts for this slide. You can follow me screen by screen here, and while you listen to me, I would prefer you to use your laptop rather than using your smartphone. So you listen to me. You can do the same thing immediately. and you may ask me immediately. That's the correct way for you to learn coding. Even although we are going to meet face to face, you still cannot just listen, sit back, relax, and listen to my lecture. This is the best way. You listen, then I'll pause, then you need to do the coding. Okay, right. So this is what happened on your screen every time you switch on, or I mean, every time you log on to google.com, for example. You request the page through HTTP protocol. Process is called page requesting, and the response from the server, from Google server, is called a server response. You up and down, up from our PC, down from Google server in the US. Anyone knows what's the Google office? Google main server farm? You can type in the chat box here. The exact, not the exact address lah, but maybe the name of the city, the US. So Google has the branch in KL office. Yeah, I think yes, but I'm not sure in terms of the server, some of the server farm. Is there any in KL? Any of you here? Not yet. For practical training, if you got the opportunity, go for big companies like Google. If you got the opportunity, I think a couple of years ago, some of your friends that have done their industrial training in Hong Kong or somewhere. Good thing, Okay, HTTP is the process, is the protocol. This is the definition. One of your friends presented this last week. Hash, hyper, T, text, M, markup, L, language. So it's a language, it's coding language, special for web presence, web representation. Hyper means everything are online. Of course, at the moment, it's on your desktop, unless you upload it to the server. Text is text-based, so it's still limited to text-based instruction or code. Markup is the way you give instruction, give tagging to the text, the code, and language is the language like what we speak. Then in terms of the file extension, it should be .htm or .html. Would prefer .html. So how to do the code? You may use as simple as Notepad. What's your Notepad? Notepad. Plain as simple as this. Or you may have your Notepad++. This is my Notepad++. I guarantee that you have your own Notepad++ or any other tools. You can have an online editor as long as they're working. Okay. Any other online HTML editors or WYSIWYG editors? WYSIWYG stands for anyone? Type in the chat box. WYSIWYG. WYSIYG. What you? Okay. Have the answer there. Anyone, please. So be active. Don't just sit back, relax, and listen. This is not a football match. Even football match, you need to shout in it. But you don't. Okay, great. Okay, thank you for that. What you see is what you get. That means whatever you do the code on the screen, there is not the thing that you're going to see on the final rendering. Rendering means the final output of it. So I'll show you later on. Okay, it's called elements and text. These are the basic one. Basic element. You start with hard bracket. It's not a bracket. It's a less than symbol and more than symbol. Put HTML. Start with HTML. Close with HTML. Then end with / HTML. So everything between. Start with HTML. This is basic. If you're lazy enough like me, just copy and paste and close it with / So everything in between would be rendered. Anything outside means here, so it won't be rendered. It won't be rendered on the screen. It won't be displayed on the final version of it. Okay. Then as you have your head, right? As a human being, you have your head. You also have your head here. Open, close. Open, close. Open, close. whatever you have here, you may put it here. It's a header. This is one way. Or you may, there's no rule for this one, except the sequence. Okay, also can. Don't forget the less than and more than symbol. After you have your head, as a human being, you should have your body, right? And close it. Open HTML, close HTML. Open head, close head. Whatever you type here would appear on the head section, and it wouldn't appear in the body section, right? Because body section is only in between these two. So these are the two main sections, head section and the body section. Don't worry about the spaces. There's no meaning, no value in terms of the design. Two main sections, section one. In terms of the element, call it starting text, starting of it, and the end of it. Normally we close it with a forward slash. For example here, start with P, close with P, but close it with forward slash P. Then in between you may have the class. The class is the attribute name. One example of attribute is class, and you may assign the value. Value for class is foo, for example, and the content is text is paragraph. Whatever in between this tag would be the content. Right, I'm not going to read slide by slide. So the fastest way for me is to just copy this, see, and paste it here. Don't worry if you don't know what happens here. Never mind. Just follow the step. Believe with the system. This is the system. Okay. While you listen to me, please edit it here. Whatever you may edit, just edit here. Title is the display on the HTML title section. Right on here, for example. Body is whatever text, paragraph, P for paragraph. You don't have to memorize everything. There is a list of, I think, hundreds, thousands of it. The exam, I'm not going to ask you to memorize the minor ones. Of course, the big one, like this is the basic one, I would ask the midterm exam. Welcome to my first HTML. Text, open, close, open, close, open body, close body. Okay, are you ready? File, save as what? Save as? My click. .html. Put it on the desktop. Click save. Close it. This is the file just now. It was in HTML file, so this is by default on my laptop, on my machine is Google Chrome. So to check it, just double click it. So this is my first ever website. Okay, please give me a round of applause on my first achievement. Bagilah tepukan kepada saya. Click appropriate icon. There's a clap icon. Okay, thank you. Now, where's the file just now? Where's the text file? It's here because it has been converted into HTML file. How I'm gonna edit it? Right click, edit with pattern. Can I edit it with Notepad or write it using normal note file, Notepad. Okay, whatever you want to do, you may do it here. Sorry. Wow. Right, this is the HTML file. This is the final rendering of it or the output of it. I first the HTML. One way you can edit it here. So save it here, then refresh it here. Hello, all right. Give you 5 minutes to do the first step. Whatever I've shown you just now, repeat it. You can do it less than 5 minutes. What was the instruction? Download this file from Ellipse or Ellipse Plus. Week 4. Ignore the week numbering. This was the last semester's one. Download this file. LUO2 XML PT1. You may download the folder later on. Download it. Or go to slide 10. Copy. Paste it to your Notepad or Notepad++ file. Then save it on your desktop. Then double click and see the final. Okay, 4 minutes. Do it. If you have any problem, nothing as yet, let me know. Right, thumbs up. Any problem with your first HTML code? Easy? Hard? Anyone? Please share your experience. Yeah, it's easy because I just cut and paste it from my slide. But the more important thing is you need to understand what is the process behind it. All right, so this is time for you to learn from another Tok Guru. I'm your Tok Guru for HTML, human being. Okay, thank you. Your Tok Guru, your Maha Guru for HTML. But here, this is ChatGPT. You may ask this, I'm the Maha Guru lah. So ChatGPT is your senior guru. Okay, so you have lots of guru here. I'm your first guru. This is your second guru. Your friend also is a good source of the resources. 7-year-old, just for fun. So all boy, simple. I know you're not 7-year-old. So okay, hi there. HTML is a special kind of language. Blah blah blah. Boring. Sure, the simple national code. Okay. Right. This is what the type of explanation that I would prefer from ChatGPT. See how easy today you want to learn new things. So you learn it from me as a lecturer. Number 2, you learn from ChatGPT as a virtual lecturer. Number 3, you learn it from W3 School. Hundreds, thousands of code here. Don't blame me if you can't memorize all the code. Then I don't think you need to memorize this thing. Just familiarize yourself, at least when people are talking about paragraph, you know that the code is P for paragraph. Basic elements are here. This is your teacher number 3. Teacher number 4 is your friend. Let's see the explanation. This is the default code. Okay, if you want to ignore it, it should be no problem. HTML container for everything else in the code in between HTML. Head is the tag that holds important information about the web page. If you see my code here, my first HTML page, it doesn't appear on the screen, right? Sorry, it doesn't appear on the page. Okay. Nothing here. Hello, apa khabar? This is my text, my first. But it doesn't appear here. So where is it? It's on the should be here. My first case. My first HTML page. Take a look at the title of the tab. My first HTML page, Syahrul. My first HTML page, here. The tab. Yes. See here tab. Okay. Too small. Only 4 minutes for you to do the hands-on. Repeat the process just now. Yeah, everything on the inside P for the paragraph. So body text is where you put the content of the body. Whatever. In my example is P for paragraph, and ChatGPT's example is H1 for heading 1. Heading 1 is the largest type. If you don't like my example, you can copy the example from ChatGPT, copy, paste it to your Notepad++, Control V. 1 for the largest header 1, heading 1. Save it, flash it from there. See the font size is bigger, is larger compared to my example just now. You can ask ChatGPT to Following all 1 to H6 text. Easy, huh? You should be grateful you are born this era of ChatGPT. So if you don't want to read the explanation, never mind, just copy the code. That's it. Yeah, make sure you paste it correctly inside the body. Don't worry about the arrangement. You can arrange nicely, but it's no effect on the presentation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Type in the chat box. Which one is the largest? Is it H1 or H6? Okay. Hafiz, Iman, Patrick. Which one is the largest in terms of the size? Okay, let's see. H1. Okay, start. Save. Refresh. All right. So the largest is H1. Correct. Thank you. Mirza, Hafiz, Patrick. Sorry, correct. H1 is the largest. H6 is the smallest. So if you ask me, do I allow you to use ChatGPT for you to learn to do the project? Yes, I allow you. But be careful in terms of the no issues actually. It's been better and better now. I subscribe to GPT-4 now. Okay. What else? These are the basics. Your task is to learn. The fastest way to learn is just copy paste it to your yeah, Notepad++, and that's it. I'm not going to show you all the slides. You learn the theory by experiencing it. What happened? You change it a bit and see what happened to the output. Every time you see the changes in the output, then you realize the output is here. It's shown in the slide as well. But I would prefer you to run it. Don't just read it, please. For this type of code, don't read. Don't drink the drink it manually. But you need to swallow it. Sorry, automatically. You need to swallow it manually by writing. The best is you write the code. The worst is you cut and paste it. You need to type it manually like this rather than copying and pasting it. So you learn by experiencing the process. And it's whatever mistake that it will be shown to you. All right. All right, class. Done with my part. I leave part 2 and part 3 to you. Of course, after the class. Because for the next half an hour, we're gonna have the presentation from the last week. Okay. So for the presentation, please go to this screen, this page. It's from our Ellipse. You just click plus and upload your infographic here. See 1 minute for this step. One of your team member of your group leader who holds the file. If it's still on Canva, please download it from Canva. It should be on in PNG format. Upload it here. Okay, I'm waiting. We only have half an hour to present, so one group maybe less than 5 minutes. So let me know if you can gain access to this page. It's yeah. Week 2, future web trends infographic. Click it. Should be able to edit it. So to make sure the presentation runs smoothly, all the infographics should be here, and it's only me that is going to share the screen. The rest of you, once I call your name, just immediately start the presentation. I will share the screen. I will share your infographic here, and also benefits to the rest of your friends. They can download your infographic from this page easily. Okay, please, I'm waiting for all 7 groups to upload their infographic, and I'll start with the presentation. We have another 29 minutes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Vinorica. Nice design. Then design is one thing, but I wanted to explain the technical process, how it works very briefly, and the why the technology is needed, why people are going towards voice. Maybe although you don't have the answer in the graphic, but you can answer to my question easily. Right, to make the sequence easy, just call Tan Zisya and the team to start the presentation. So not more than 5 minutes, please. Okay, please. I'm controlling the screen here. You just start your presentation. Switch on your microphone and start.
Okay. Priscilla, can you hear me?
Louder, please. Louder, please. Yeah, should be okay. Yeah, please carry on, please. Proceed.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Proceed.
Okay. So we are from Group 1 about Web3 and decentralized technologies. So I'm Tan Zixia, and now I will be going to start with the introduction. So Web3 and decentralized technology refer to a vision for the future of the internet that emphasize privacy, security, and user control. Web3 is the third generation of the internet and is envisioned as a decentralized web powered by blockchain technology. Decentralization involves creating systems that are not controlled by a central authority and use distributed ledger technologies to enable peer-to-peer interactions. Together, Web3 and decentralization offer a more democratic, user-centric, and open internet that empowers individuals and communities. So about the key features of Web3 and decentralized technology, the first one is it is decentralization. Web3 is built on decentralized technologies such as blockchain and distributed ledgers, which enable a trustless and transparent environment for digital interactions. And the second feature is interoperability. Web3 protocols are designed to be interoperable, meaning they can seamlessly communicate and transact with each other. And the third one is privacy and security. Web3 offers enhanced privacy and security compared to Web2. This is thanks to cryptography and decentralized storage solution. And the last one is inclusivity. Web3 aims to create a more inclusive and equitable internet by removing intermediaries and giving individuals more control over their data and digital identities. And now I'll pass the time to Michelle.
Okay, for the use case of Web3, the first one in finance. Web3 is transforming the financial industry by enabling decentralized finance applications that allow users to lend, borrow, and trade digital assets without intermediaries. Second is the gaming. Web3 is disrupting the gaming industry by enabling decentralized games that allow players to truly own and trade their in-game assets. Third is social media. Web3 is challenging the dominance of centralized social media platforms by offering decentralized alternatives that prioritize privacy, security, and user ownership. The last one is supply chain. Web3 is improving supply chain management by enabling traceability and transparency through decentralized ledgers. Then I will pass to Karen.
For the challenges of Web3, so the first one is scalability. So since Web3 is still in its early stage and face significant challenge in terms of scalability, as current blockchain networks can only process a limited number of transactions per second. So for the second challenges is that user experience. So Web3 applications can be complex and challenging for users who are not familiar with blockchain technology. Or for the challenges regulation, Web3 is a nascent and rapidly evolving industry that is still subject to uncertain and evolving regulatory frameworks. Or for adoption, Web3 needs wider adoption and acceptance to achieve its full potential, which require education and outreach efforts to attract new users and developers. For the Web3 ecosystem, the Web3 ecosystem is a rapidly evolving landscape of projects, protocols, and communities that are working together to build the decentralized web. So I'll pass the time to Alan.
Web3 has the potential to transform the way we work and earn a living by enabling new forms of decentralized collaboration and value creation. Web3 technologies can enable decentralized marketplaces where individuals can offer their skills and services to a global audience without intermediaries. That's it.
The environment of
Yeah, please proceed.
the environment of Web3 are the blockchain-based system can be more energy efficient than the traditional system as they do not require intermediaries and are designed to operate in a trustless and decentralized manner. For the social impact of Web3 enables secure and private communication, which is especially important for activities, journalists, and individuals living in authorized range. That's all.
Yes, thank you, Group 1. I like the design of your infographic, simple, clean. Never mind, for the details, you may ask ChatGPT or you may Google it later on because you don't have enough time. Thank you, Group 1. Well done. Next is Group 2. Group 2, I'm waiting. Please upload your PNG file here. Right, while waiting, let's move on to Group 4. Okay, Group 4, Vinorika and your team, please proceed.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so for group 4, we're going to present about voice and conversational interfaces for the web. So what is a voice interface? It is a technology where users can use a device or an application to interact using their voice. So there are many examples such as like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant. And it's used for a lot of tasks such as it can help us set reminders, playing music, or even making phone calls. So the development of voice and conversational interface where it is a combination of programming languages, voice recognition software, and natural language processing (NLP) technology. So the first step is we have to choose a suitable programming language by using JavaScript, Python, Ruby, or Java. And then the next step is use a voice recognition software such as Google Cloud Speech to Text and Siri Kit. And then we have to employ the NLP technology, which can allow more human-like conversation between the user and the device. Next, I'll let Patrick take over.
Thank you, Veronica. So there are several types of virtual and voice assistants. One of them are smart speakers, where the AI is built into speakers and they are interactable through voice commands. The examples of smart speakers are like Amazon Echo and Google Home. The second one is mobile device assistants. These are voice assistants that are built into mobile devices such as our smartphones and tablets. For example, it's like Apple Siri and Google Assistant. Chat boxes are virtual assistants that uses the natural language processing and also the artificial language to interact with us using messaging apps or websites. For example, like Telegram and WeChat. The fourth one is voice-enabled applications. These are software applications that enable users to interact with them through voice commands. For example, these voice-enabled applications can be from our games or from other productivity apps like Google Text-to-Speech. The fifth one is intelligent virtual assistants. These are conversational interfaces that also uses natural language processes and artificial intelligence to provide personal assistance. The last assistant is augmented reality and virtual reality, or AR/VR. These technologies are used to create experiences that enable us to interact with digital environments using voice commands. That is all from me. I'll pass my turn to Kevin to talk about the benefits.
Morning, sir and classmates. It's Kevin speaking here. There are three main benefits that the interface can be given. First one is the convenience, which means that a user can use the interface by just using the mouth to speak and even the hands to type only. The second one is accessibility. It's an opportunity for even the people with the disabilities that can also access with the web applications. The last one is the personalizations. Everyone got their own preference on using something, even the fonts. So based on learning through the user preference, the interface can give tailored recommendations, suggestions, and also the solutions. I will pass the race to Wong.
Afternoon, sir.
Wong, please. Reading.
Afternoon, sir. Okay. So the first challenge of the voice and conversational interface are they are not suitable for all tasks. They have a limited functionality. For example, complex tasks such as filling out forms may be more challenging to compete with voice interface. And the second challenge is privacy concerns. It lacks privacy concern as they collect personal information. User may be hesitant to use these interfaces due to the privacy concerns. And for the last challenge is the error handling. This because another challenge, virtual assistants needs to be able to recognize when they have made a mistake and provide appropriate responses and recommendations to the users. That's all for our group presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I like the flow of the information. Now, okay, these are okay. These are good. But if you see the context is for the web, your explanation here doesn't touch anything about the web. So the best way maybe next time if I ask you to present, don't just tell me surface descriptive thing. Go for detail because our subject is about web based. Let's see what ChatGPT says about the problem that they mentioned just now. Why the page of voice interface not helpful? But this is the way you learn deeper, not only the surface. I also don't know the answer. That has this Pakcik. Okay, in terms of accessibility, thank you. You mentioned the accessibility right now. Accuracy, more popular, advanced, but the technology is there, except that it doesn't work on browser, okay, on Google Chrome, for example. It works, but these are the limitations in terms of privacy, accuracy, accessibility. You want to get more detail, you may ask. So this is too advanced, I think. PHP, Java, how to embed voice. If you want, you may very basic explanation here. Of course, you need to link it with .js file. .js file is the module already created for you. What you need to do is just to call the functionalities. Don't worry about the technicality of this part. I'm not going to ask you in the exam. Just I want to tell you that in the context of presentation, it should be related on the web-based web technology. Okay, thank you. Well done. Oh, anyway, next group number. But number 2. Hafiz, please. Hafiz, Ibn Amirul. Next, I would like to invite group 5. Hijaz. Refresh, sorry. Thank you for your information. Okay, right, thank you. So I need to refresh it. Dia dekat-dekat nak buka ni dia punya CPU otak dia slow sikit. Okay, thank you. Alright, so Abdul Hafiz, over to you. Dark mode web design.
Hello and good evening. My name is Naim, and our group will give you a brief introduction about dark mode web design, its history, and pros and cons of using the dark mode. In recent years, the use of dark mode web design has become increasingly more popular. Dark mode web design is a user interface design trend that utilizes predominantly dark background color and light color text. Aside from being visually appealing, dark mode has several useful advantages. Dark mode has been a much wanted feature for many consumers as the use of smartphone with OLED or AMOLED screen has increased. It's crucial for company and designer in this age of digital transformation to stay on top of user preference and implement this design trend where it makes sense. Okay, I will pass to Hafiz for history.
Hi, I'm Abdul Hafiz. As far back as the 1970s, computer had dark mode as the default. But technology has changed a lot since then, and the dark mode may only the beginning of what's to come. Fast forward to 2013, Twitter introduced a night mode feature in its mobile app, which reversed the color scheme to a dark background with light text. This move was followed by similar implementation in other popular apps such as YouTube, Reddit, and Instagram. In 2019, Apple introduced a system-wide dark mode in macOS Sierra, allowing users to switch to a dark color scheme across all applications. This move further popularized the use of dark mode and made it a mainstream design trend.
There are some pros of dark mode. First, it is reduced eye strain. Dark mode uses darker color scheme with lower brightness level, which can reduce eye strain. And the second one is improved readability. Dark mode design often feature light text on a dark background, which can increase readability. This can make the content more accessible and easier to read. And the third one is save energy. Dark mode design can help reduce the energy consumption of devices, as dark pixel requires less power to display compared to bright pixels. And then the fourth one is emphasis on content. It can help put the focus on the content, as the dark background allows the text and image to stand out more prominently. And the last one is customization option. Dark mode design can provide user with customization option, allowing them to choose between light and dark mode based on their personal preference. And I will pass it to Dayang.
Hi, my name is Diana Dira. It is important to consider the potential cons of implementing a dark mode website. Here are some of the drawbacks to keep in mind. For the first one is design limitations. Certain design elements, such as images or videos, may not work well with a dark background. These elements may look washed out or lost their vibrancy, making it challenging to create a visually appealing design. For the second one is accessibility. While dark mode can improve readability and reduce eye strain for some users, it can be challenging for people with visual impairments or color blindness to read the content. Some people may find that the contrast between the text and the background is not high enough in dark mode, making it difficult to distinguish. Next, compatibility. Not all devices or operating systems support dark mode, which means that some users may not be able to view the website or app in dark mode. Or the last one is development effort. Designing for dark mode requires additional effort and resources, as designers need to ensure that the design works well in both light and dark mode. This can increase development time and cost. So that's all for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana. Okay, so not much technical parts about the dark mode web design. Thank you. So for your own HTML page, you can give the instruction to change the background to black, or you may use CSS. Next week, you're going to talk about CSS. We may try it now. You may use CSS to turn the background into dark color, or you may have button, yes or no, click the toggle button. Okay, right, thank you. Next is group 3, Ibnu Amirul.
So can you hear me?
Please.
So good evening to my friends and answer. So today I'm going to present to you guys about the AI and machine learning in web design. So what is actually artificial intelligence, or we call it as AI? So AI is actually a branch of computer science, focuses on creating intelligent machine, while the machine learning is actually a type of AI that enables computer system to automatically learn from the data. So can you go down? So there are some real life examples of AI and machine learning in web design. Some of the example is in there, which is the grid, which ADI, dynamic yield, paraphrase, ChatGPT, and Midjourney. So how does this AI and machine learning apply in web design? So there is a full example that we're going to explain, and that I'm going to explain, which is chatbox, image recognition, automatic design, and also A/B testing. So for the chatbox, it actually a text or voice chatbox simulate human dialogue, and they answer user question using NLP and machine learning techniques. Chatbot can also handle enormous amount of inquiries and deliver rapid response, and it also improving the user experience. As for the image recognition, it's classified object, person, and also pattern in digital photograph. It takes photos using visual features and machine learning technologies like convolutional neural networks or CNN. Picture recognition technology can organize and search online photos, making them easier to discover. Next is the automatic design. So automatic design uses algorithm and AI to develop the design based on the color palettes, layout, and typography. So this system reduces manual design time and resources by creating personalized design quickly. Lastly is A/B testing, or also known as split testing. So A/B testing compare two versions of a website or apps. It entails constructing two websites, on one with the different design spec or content, and analyzing which one perform better based on the user behavior data. A/B testing also improves website design and also user experience. As for the pros and the cons of AI and machine learning in web design, this application can help web designers to save their time and make a better decision and improve the user experience. However, implementing and maintaining AI is very expensive, and it may lack the creativity and the nuances of a human designer. As a summary, AI and machine learning can optimize website performance, enhance user experience, and boost designer productivity through automated tools and interactive features. And that's all from our group.
You're off. Yes, it's expensive because, for example, for ChatGPT-4, I pay $20 per month, but the output is absolutely fantastic. Okay, group 4 done. Voice done. Group 5. First group 5. 5. Yeah, please, Hijas and the team.
Okay. Hello and good evening, everyone. So we are from Group 5. We will be talking about the 3D and virtual reality experience on the web. So for the introduction, 3D and virtual reality experience allow us to interact with digital environment, or we can say virtual world, in more immersive and engaging way. In 3D experience, users are able to manipulate and explore digital space in 3D, typically using a mouse or touchscreens for the user to see all sides of the digital space in 3D. For virtual reality, the user have the ability to explore and interact with objects in virtual world, and usually head-mounted display and handheld controllers are used to create an immersive experience. I will pass this to Sebastian to talk about the pros.
Okay. Hello. The pros of the 3D and virtual reality is first, user have awesome experience.
Hello, Sebastian. I can't hear you. Any of the group members? Please. Hello, Sebastian, or any of the group members, please start to continue.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
I'll just proceed because Sebastian is having some problem with his mic. So these are one of the best examples of web pages that are implementing 3D and VR technology. They can be accessed through a web browser and using a VR headset. So some of the designers of these web pages are using this technology to make 3D games such as Hubs by Mozilla and Virtual Ping Pong. And they're also taking advantages of this technology to make e-commerce web pages because it allows the customers to see and interact with their products in a more engaging way. Daniel, you can proceed.
Hello. I
Hello.
want to talk about the relevance of 3D and VR in web development. Generally, it is getting more and more important or much more usable in today's world. 3D and virtual reality experiences, especially in the business sectors and in the goods industry as well. Or other examples such as search engines, Google, where we can use virtual reality and 3D functionalities to say see an animal in front of us, or IKEA products before we actually go to the storefront. And therefore, we feel that the popularity of VR technology and 3D tools in web development is going to gain relevance more in the future. And that's all from us.
Okay, thank you. I like this example. The rest of you, you may just type Google this one, showroom by Little Workshop, Virtual Ping Pong, and Hubs by Mozilla. Just have a feeling of what is VR on web page. Although we are limited with the head-mounted apparatus. So, 6, please proceed. Oh, I like the example.
Okay, hi. My name is Maria and I will talk about progressive web apps. Basically, progressive web apps is a website that behaves like a mobile app and we don't have to download it on App Store or Play Store. We can just browse it using Google Chrome. So the examples are Pinterest, Alibaba, Tinder, and BMW. Next, please. Mirza.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Before we go in depth in this topic, we're going to present about its origin. Okay. Progressive web app is officially introduced by Google in 2015, but the concept is already been defined by Steve Jobs during the launch of iPhone in 2007. So the predecessor of progressive web apps is called responsive web design. It is to accommodate variety of device and serve them the same code base to save resources. And Microsoft and Google see the potential in this technology, and they try to mimic it by creating universal Windows platform and service workers. But ultimately, both of the program seems lacking compared to progressive web app. Therefore, Microsoft steadily support Google by forming partnership in developing progressive web app as a standard in 2017. Okay, that's all for the history of PWA. Faris, silakan.
Faris.
Please proceed, Faris. or skip his part. Next presenter, please.
Hello. For disadvantage of PEWA, first it has issues with legacy device. It is since it's a relative new concept, they are not compatible with devices that run outdated browsers. Secondly, it has little to no room for innovation. Unlike traditional web apps, PWA has limited scope of functionality. Web apps have so many features that actually help solve a wide range of problems and perform various processes. But since progressive web apps are lightweight, they have limited number of features to be used by user. Thirdly, limited hardware and software support. Since not many hardware and software platforms support functionality of PWA. For instance, iOS does not support the home screen shortcut and progressive web apps notification yet. Many advanced features such as GPS support, phone camera, biometrics, etc. are not available when working with PWA. Lastly, limited browser support. Despite their cross-platform capabilities, PWA are essentially Android-centric. They cannot run well with other browsers such as Edge and Safari because they are from iOS. That's all from me. Next will be Naufal.
Hello. So moving on is the comparison between web apps and progressive web apps. So it has two features that I will be presenting, which is functionality and installation. So for the functionality for web apps it can be accessed through web browser, where for progressive web apps it can also be accessed through web browser, but have additional capabilities such as native apps, such as online access, push notifications, and access to device hardware. The second feature is installation. So for web apps, it can be accessed directly to a browser with no installation required. If by progressive web apps, it can be installed on a user device and accessed through a home screen icon similar to native apps. That's all from me. Thank you.
Done. Okay, thank you for the information. 2015. Anyone else to present? No more. Okay, 2015.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. One of our teammates just disconnected.
Okay,
So I will present by his behalf the advantages of PWA. As we can see, it can be touched by the web browser and used offline. Next is do not require installation, just like the comparison said. Naufal said. The third one is specific features such as web push notification, full screen mode, and locational data are included into the app. Next is low on data usage, which make it good for users with limited data. And last but not least is PWA are App Store independent, which is beneficial for smaller business and independent app developers who want to avoid App Store fee and restriction. That's all from us, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. 2015, it was officially introduced. But for your information, 2016, I was invited by Google to talk about web PWA in KL. So they flew me free flight ticket, free hotel, just to talk about PWA in KL. Nice, huh? Nice experience. Macam VIP lah, just to talk about PWA. Actually, my speech was almost like yours, almost the same thing, except they asked me to show how it works on browser, hands-on, and also on the mobile. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, last group, please.
Okay, thank you.
Group 7 will present about AR. Lucas, over to you. Lucas and team. Wow, nice graphics.
Hello, we are from Group 7 and we are going to introduce the Omega AR technology. The introduction. Yeah. AI technology is one of the technology that operate digital content on Google real world. This means that when we look at counting Google AI device like the smartphone and tablet, we can see the object on top of what we actually looking at. Because that the AI also can enhance our learning. AI can use to make education material more interactive and engaging. For example, we can see code animals that already exist using AI, and AI able to detect the animals such as pineapple in the way look like it is still living in our world. Because that the AI also can enhance our entertainment by bringing them card as Pokemon Go to our guide. With building of AI, we can play a game where the character and object appear to be right in front of us to that that look like they are still in the same room with us. This create a whole new level of immersive and gaming experience. Then I will pass cái cớ của đi của nhé.
Hello. The second one is the type of AI used on the web. First is markless AR, relies on GPS compass and other sensors for tracking. Markerless AR is commonly used on location-based game, navigation apps, and virtual experience. The second is social AR. This type of AR involves adding augmented reality effect to social media platform, allowing users to apply filter, sticker, animation, and other digital content to their photo or video. The third one is web-based 3D AR. This type of AR enables users to interact with 3D model of object or sensing evident in web page. Web-based 3D AI is commonly used in e-commerce, education, and entertainment. Next, I will pass to the next person.
Hello, I will talk about the challenges of AR. So, for the first challenges is that there is a hardware limitations for AR because AI requires high processing power and many advanced cameras and sensors, which is not that affordable for end users, and which that it will limit the accessibility of the AR technology. Therefore, and after that, the user interface of AR is very unconventional to what other interfaces are. They require more intuitive and natural interactions of the digital objects in the real world. Designing it is a much complex challenge considering for the user experience. Later on, the privacy and security for AR is a concern for the end user because for a better end user experience, AI requires precise AI requires the user data and they will collect them and process it for it to enrich the end user's experience. After that, the integration of AR in the real world. AR requires precise tracking, which is very challenging in dynamic and complex environments. That's all from me. I will leave the rest to the next person.
Thank you, Lucas. So I will introduce what is the use case of AR. So the first one is the product visualizations. AR can be used to provide customer with a 3D view of product before they buy them. For example, the IKEA AR apps allows customer to see how furniture would look in their home before making a purchase. The next one is the education. AR can be used to create interactive and engaging learning experience. For example, the Anatomy 4D apps use AR to provide a 3D view of the human body, allowing students to explore and learn about anatomy in a more interactive way. The next one is tourism. AR can be used in tourism to provide users with a real-time information about their surrounding. For example, the Google Translate app use AR to translate signs and menus in real time for travelers in foreign country. The last one is gaming. AR were used to create immersive and interactive games that combine the real world with digital content. For example, the Pokemon Go use AR to allow players to catch virtual Pokemon in the real world location. That's all from me, and I will pass to Joanne.
Hi. Now I will talk about the future of the AR. The future of AR on the web looks bright and full of potential as the technology continue to evolve and improve. And here are some possible development in the future of web AR. And the first one is increased accessibility. As more devices become compatible with AR technology, the accessibility of web AR will increase, making it easier for people to experience augmented reality of the web. The second one is improved user experience. As AR technology advances, the user experience of web AR will improve with more realistic and seamless integration of digital content into the real world. The third one is more business application. Web AR could be used in a wide variety of applications, from e-commerce to education to healthcare, offering new and innovative ways to interact with digital content and the world around us. And the next one is integration with other technology. Web AR could be integrated with other emerging technology such as virtual reality, VR, artificial intelligence, AR, and the Internet of Things to create even more immersive and interactive experience. And the last one is enhanced data analytics. Web AR could provide valuable data analytics to business, allow them to better understand user behavior and preference and optimize their marketing strategy. Overall, the future of the AR looking promising with the potential of continued growth as the technology become more advanced. That's all from our teams. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done, everyone. But this is one of the most beautiful infographic I've been looking for. Actually, I've been seeing. Are you using the free or is it paid version of Canva? Who is the designer? Right?
This is the free version, I think.
Nice, because it's highly related. Okay, class, for the presentation, you may use decorative item, decorative things. But this one is not decorative. You can see that the real AR mobile apps here. This guy is using the AR, VR things. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, class, that concludes our session for today. Any other group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we stop here. Then we'll meet again Friday, 5 p.m. for 1 hour. Or next Friday, or even from today, I want you to explore HTML. Explore from the slide. This is the slide. How to explore it? Just copy paste, run it as we've been doing just now. Number 2, you can click any of the example here. Explore colors. Try it yourself. Copy it and put it on your new page, and you can start with your own whatever mini project. For example, about me. About people. Into my education. Example link. There's no link here, but you can add the link code later on. Don't worry, this is just ungraded activity, just to make sure that you learn but through coding. And on Friday, I will be asked you to present, share your screen, whatever simple, whatever small, big size of your project, don't worry. As long as I want to see how you do the code. Okay, any question for the class for Friday? Question? No? Okay. There's no question. We stop here now. Class dismissed. Anyone with attendance?
Me, sir.
Yeah. Siapa ni?
I. The TME one.
Iman. Mirza.
Muhammad Mirza Mafrahan.
So,
All right, thank you, sir.
see you Friday 5 p.m. online. Okay, bye-bye. Selamat berbuka puasa. Tapi jangan sekarang, ada 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Bye-bye. Thank you for attending the class.
All right, thank you, sir.
The homework for next Friday.
Selamat buka puasa, sir.
My attendant.
Yeah.
Thank you.